Jay, what have you been working on with Brandon this week and after seeing him in his first full game?
Same thing as last week, just playing faster, trying to get better every practice. I think that's the one thing that's important. That's the thing that, he's starting to see the speed of the game when you get a lot of reps in a football game, and also, just making sure that he's, ready to play a full game. That's a lot of reps when you haven't had that many reps in a game. So making sure his wind is up, he's been running harder in practice so he can stay going.
Did anything in particular impress you about the way he played on Saturday, just beyond the yard, just anything he did in particular?
I thought it was a good start. I thought, he had good pad leverage and he did some good things, especially on that stage. Going in a weight SEC game, he did some good things.
As a freshman running back, are there certain things that you have to work with him on, pass protection, those sort of things that you feel like he has a little bit of ways to go?
With all my guys, we always work with pass protection. It's easier for him at times because he's a bigger guy. So, just the technique of pass protection, and he understands the scheme of, kind of what we're doing. So he's been doing well with that.
I think it was 28 carries. Was he winded at the end of the game? How was he physically towards the end?
He was a little winded. You go on a 20-play drive, and it can easily happen. And he kind of got winded at the end, and he just didn't have a chance to catch his breath because he ran a long route and came back and had to run the ball a couple of times. So we're going to try to make sure he kind of runs hard during practice so he can be in tip-top shape for Saturday.
Did you see him Sunday, and how sore was he?
He was a little sore. I saw him Sunday. He was a little sore. He's not used to playing in the SEC game and getting 28 carries. So hopefully he can get used to that.
But I imagine, pretty happy to be sore, to have contributed, how was he on his demeanor on Sunday when you saw him? Was he pleased with his performance?
I think he felt good about it, but I think he's focused on, the next week and what he has to do. And, we kind of watched tape. He really wanted to know the things that he can improve on, so we watched the tape. He could see all those things.
What are some of the things that you went over in that regard?
Just, pad leverage, different situations. Every play has a certain technique and a certain thing that you have to do. And just making sure that you're trying to be as close to perfect as you can, on every play.
It's more than just obviously running, and that's what some of these young guys have to understand,
yeah.
Right?
It's routes, it's pass protection, it's a lot of different things on every single play that you have to know. And it's one thing knowing it in the meeting room, but you have to know it under pressure in a football game within a split second.
Do you worry about overwhelming it at all? Do you guys try to scale things back a little bit?
No. He's been practicing the whole season, so he kind of understands, a lot of the stuff that we're doing. So we don't really try to scale it back. And Kenny Miles is in there, and also Eric Baker. So all those guys have to understand and know all those things.
How was he Friday night? Did you talk to him? Was he nervous? What did you notice about him Friday night?
No, he didn't seem nervous. Same way, like I said before, Mississippi State game, when he had to go in, he wasn't nervous about that situation either.
Kenny only had one carry going into that game this season. How was he afterwards? Was it good to see him back out on the field?
It was good to see him, and he did some good things, and he's had a really good week of practice. He's been doing well, so pass protection and doing all that stuff. I think he's starting to get more confidence in his wrists and all that stuff. So he's feeling better this week.
Has he come along well enough to view him as a number 2 back who can go in and get 10 carries or so again?
Sure. For sure. Kenny's done well. He did well in the scrimmages. He just had that injury come up, and now he's getting back into it because really he had some weeks there where he didn't get a lot of reps in practice.
How's his wrist doing?
Seems like he's doing well. He's been practicing. He's been catching the ball better, so I think he's doing really well.